buzz around Bryce Huff's potential trade is really heating up. And with the latest updates coming out of the Eagles' OTAs, it's becoming clear that a move is imminent. Huff's absence from recent voluntary workouts has only fueled the rumors, and insiders suggest that the Eagles are ready to part ways with him soon. Likely after June 1st, when the financial implications become easier to manage. While losing Huff after signing him to a significant contract last season might sting, the Eagles seem well prepared to move on, especially considering the strength and depth they have started to build on their edge rusher group. Several younger players have shown promising flashes during these early practices, signaling that the team's pass rush might not skip a beat even without Huff. At the same time, the Eagles' offense has been quietly making waves in OTAs. Players like Jalen Hurts and Kevin Bullough have been turning heads, displaying flashes of what could become a very potent offense in the upcoming season. Hurts, for example, has looked sharp in limited practice reps, showing accuracy and decisiveness, even without his top receiving targets like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. Their absence has opened the door for some of the team's more underrated offensive weapons to step up, such as backup running back Will Shipley, who ended one practice with 5 catches on 5 targets. Shipley is looking like a real contender to snag the number 2 running back spot, challenging A.J. Dillon for the role. Wide receiver Jahan Dotson has also been impressive, catching everything thrown his way and building chemistry with Hurts that should only improve as the offseason progresses. Perhaps the most exciting story on offense so far has been Dallas Goedert, the tight end who recently renegotiated his contract to stay in Philadelphia for at least one more year. Goedert has been dominant in the early practices, catching 5 of 6 targets in one session and continuing to be a reliable weapon for the offense. Beyond just his catching ability, Goedert's impact as a blocker in the running game is invaluable, making him one of those players whose contributions extend far beyond the stat sheet. His presence adds a unique dimension to the Eagles' offense, and the team and fans are thrilled to have him back for another season. Despite ongoing uncertainty about his long-term future with the team, Goedert himself sounds focused and motivated, ready to put in a strong campaign without worrying about contract talks until after the season. On the other side of the ball, the defensive battles during OTAs are just as intriguing. The safety position is a hot topic, with Cindy Brown and Andrew Makuba locked in a tight competition for a starting role. Meanwhile, the cornerback battle between Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson appears much closer than many expected, which could lead to some interesting decisions as training camp approaches. Adding to the defensive versatility, Cooper DeJean has been impressing coaches by playing multiple roles. His usual nickel corner position, but also stepping outside as a cornerback in base defensive sets. This kind of flexibility is a valuable asset in today's NFL, where adapting to different offensive schemes is crucial. Returning to the offensive side, the arrival of Kevin Bullough as the Eagles' new offensive coordinator has been one of the biggest storylines this offseason. Bullough, who has been with the team for 4 years and has played a key role in shaping the offense, now has the responsibility of calling plays and steering the attack in 2025. His familiarity with the players and the system is a major advantage, as he understands the strengths and weaknesses of the roster intimately. In his first press conference, Bullough outlined a vision for the offense that feels like a natural evolution of last year's scheme. He emphasized continuity and building on what the players do best, while also hinting at a few fresh wrinkles. To keep defenses guessing, it's a smart approach that leverages existing chemistry while allowing for innovation. Still, questions remain. Bullough's lack of experience as a play caller is a point of concern for some fans, especially since his offensive philosophy draws heavily from Nick Sirianni, whose offensive schemes and play calling last season received mixed reviews. Bullough openly credited Sirianni as a major influence, which understandably made some supporters uneasy given the Eagles' disappointing offensive performance in 2023 under Sirianni's guidance. However, it's worth remembering that the Eagles' offense has remained fundamentally similar throughout the past 4 years, with differences largely depending on who was calling plays. Bullough's year working alongside Mike Moore, who brought new ideas to the offense last season, helped blend different approaches and added new concepts to the playbook. Bullough described his collaboration with Moore as a significant learning experience. The two coaches brought different backgrounds from previous stops, Moore from Dallas and the Chargers, Bullough from Philadelphia, and worked closely to merge their ideas. This kind of exchange expanded Bullough's understanding of offensive football and added new tools to his repertoire. Their relationship developed quickly into one of mutual trust and support, which is rare in coaching staffs. Bullough hopes to continue using many of the innovative strategies Moore introduced last year, while also incorporating his own vision. At the end of the day, Bullough's success as an offensive coordinator will come down to how well he manages play calling during the regular season. There won't be any definitive answers until the games start, and for now, patience is key. It's important not to jump to conclusions too quickly. There's plenty of time for Bullough to prove himself. Fans and analysts alike are watching closely, but so far, early signs from OTAs suggest the offense is progressing in the right direction. Turning back to the players, Jalen Hurts' first practice in the offseason program was solid, if not spectacular. According to unofficial training camp stats, Hurts completed 20 of 21 passes in one session, demonstrating impressive accuracy and quick decision-making, even though he didn't attempt any deep throws. This efficiency is encouraging, especially considering he was without his top two receivers who were either resting or absent from the drills. With A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith sidelined, the opportunity arose for lesser-known offensive contributors to showcase their skills, and some of those players might carve out significant roles this year. Will Shipley, for instance, looks like a potential breakout candidate. The backup running back caught all 5 targets thrown his way during a recent practice, signaling his readiness to compete for a bigger role in the offense. Given his performance and versatility, Shipley could challenge for the number 2 running back spot, putting pressure on A.J. Dillon. Meanwhile, Jahan Dotson, the team's third wide receiver, has been quietly impressive, catching every pass thrown his way and building chemistry with Hurts. If he continues on this trajectory, Dotson should see an increase in targets and become a more integral part of the passing game than he was last season. Of course, no offensive discussion would be complete without mentioning Dallas Goedert. After finalizing his contract extension, Goedert has wasted no time reminding everyone why he's such a crucial piece of the Eagles' offense. In one recent practice, he caught 5 of 6 targets, demonstrating not only his reliable hands, but also his ability to make plays consistently. Beyond his receiving skills, Goedert's blocking in the run game helps open lanes and contributes to the overall offensive efficiency. His impact goes beyond the stat sheet, making him a linchpin in both the passing and running attacks. The team's excitement about having him back is palpable, and his leadership on and off the field adds another layer of stability. Despite the uncertainty surrounding Goedert's future beyond this season, his mindset remains focused on delivering for the team. He expressed eagerness to give his best performance yet and contribute to a successful year. He plans to let his agent handle contract negotiations after the season, choosing instead to concentrate fully on football. This attitude exemplifies the professionalism and team-first mentality that the Eagles value. Another player expected to have a big impact this season is star running back Saquon Barkley. Despite carrying a heavy workload last year, leading the entire league in touches, Barkley has shown no signs of slowing down as OTAs get underway. His conditioning and performance in early practices have impressed coaches and teammates alike. Offensive coordinator Kevin Bullough praised Barkley, noting how the running back looks ready to replicate or even improve upon his outstanding 2023 campaign. Barkley's ability to stay healthy and maintain high productivity will be vital for the Eagles' offensive success. Overall, the limited glimpses we have into the Eagles' offense during OTAs have been encouraging. New elements are being introduced, slowly but effectively, and the team appears to be building upon the foundation laid last season. Kevin Bullough's adjustment to his new role seems to be progressing smoothly, and the offensive unit is showing signs of growth and cohesion. While the offense takes shape, the defensive side is undergoing its own transformation. The anticipated trade involving Bryce Huff is a significant development. Huff's absence from voluntary workouts and media open practices adds weight to the speculation that the Eagles are preparing to move him after the trade window opens in June. Although losing a player who was once a big part of the team's plans is tough, the Eagles front office has done an admirable job assembling a deep and talented group of edge rushers. Despite the uncertainty surrounding Huff, the Eagles' defensive unit shows no signs of weakening. On the contrary, the young edge rushers and linebackers have been impressing coaches during practice sessions, displaying the kind of speed, agility, and tenacity that could make them formidable assets in the regular season. These younger players have benefited from the mentorship of seasoned veterans, creating a healthy mix of experience and youthful energy on the defensive front. The coaching staff has been particularly pleased with how quickly some of these players are picking up the schemes and adjusting to the professional level. This development bodes well for the Eagles, who aim to maintain a high standard of defensive pressure despite roster changes. Meanwhile, the competition for starting roles across the secondary has intensified. The battle between Cindy Brown and Andrew Makuba for a starting safety position is closely contested, with both players bringing unique strengths to the table. Brown's coverage skills and tackling ability contrast with Makuba's range and playmaking potential, leaving coaches with a challenging decision as they weigh who fits best into the evolving defensive scheme. Similarly, the cornerback position has become one of the most intriguing competitions of the offseason. The duel between Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson is much closer than anticipated, suggesting that the depth chart is far from settled. Ringo, known for his physicality and press coverage skills, is matched by Jackson's versatility and ball-hawking instincts, and their performances during practices have kept fans on the edge of their seats. Adding to the defensive versatility is Cooper DeJean, who has taken on multiple roles in the secondary. Normally positioned as a nickel corner, DeJean has shown his ability to also play outside cornerback and base formations, giving the coaching staff more flexibility in their defensive alignments. This kind of adaptability is crucial in today's NFL, where offenses frequently change their looks and personnel to confuse defenses. DeJean's capacity to fill various roles not only strengthens the Eagles' defensive backfield, but also allows the team to disguise their coverages more effectively, potentially leading to more turnovers and big plays. On offense, the transition to Kevin Bullough as the new offensive coordinator is gradually unfolding. Bullough's promotion has brought a renewed sense of optimism and continuity, given his deep familiarity with the Eagles' offensive system and personnel. Although Bullough lacks extensive experience as a play caller, his work alongside former coordinator Mike Moore and his mentorship under Nick Sirianni have equipped him with a well-rounded perspective on the team's offensive philosophy. Bullough's approach emphasizes leveraging the strengths of key players while incorporating fresh concepts to keep opposing defenses off balance. His first few months in the role have involved extensive collaboration with position coaches and players, aiming to build trust and ensure smooth communication when the pressure of game day arrives. Bullough has been transparent about the challenges he faces stepping into such a high-profile position. Acknowledging the scrutiny that comes with replacing a seasoned play caller, he remains focused on incremental progress rather than overnight success. The Eagles' coaching staff and front office have expressed confidence in Bullough's ability to grow into the role, emphasizing the importance of his existing relationships with the players and his understanding of the offense's intricacies. Early indicators from off-season practices suggest that Bullough is successfully balancing tradition with innovation, maintaining the offensive identity established in recent years while experimenting with new plays and formations. The quarterback position continues to be a focal point for the Eagles, with Jalen Hurts working diligently to sharpen his skills during OTAs. Although still recovering from off-season injuries, Hurts has displayed improved accuracy, decision-making, and leadership qualities in limited reps. His work ethic and competitive nature have been praised by coaches who believe that Hurts has the potential to take a significant step forward in 2025. The absence of top receivers A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith during the early practices created opportunities for other offensive weapons to emerge. Players like Will Shipley, a backup running back with a versatile skill set, and Jahan Dotson, a promising wide receiver, have capitalized on increased targets to showcase their talents. Will Shipley in particular has been a revelation. His ability to catch passes out of the backfield, run routes effectively, and contribute to special teams makes him a valuable asset. Shipley's performance in OTAs, where he caught all 5 of his targets in one session, highlights his readiness to take on a larger role. He is positioned as a serious contender for the number 2 running back spot, which could alter the backfield dynamic and provide Jalen Hurts with additional weapons in the passing game. Meanwhile, Dotson has demonstrated the kind of hands and route-running precision that earned him a strong reputation during his college career. Building chemistry with Hurts and integrating into the offense smoothly, Dotson's development will be critical for the Eagles as they aim to maintain a balanced and explosive attack. Of course, Dallas Goedert remains a cornerstone of the Eagles' offense. After recently re-signing with the team on a 1-year deal, Goedert has wasted no time reaffirming his importance. His performance in practices, catching nearly every pass thrown his way, underscores his reliability as a target and his effectiveness as a blocker. Goedert's ability to contribute both as a pass catcher and a run blocker makes him a dual threat, one that defenses must account for in every down. His presence also provides Hurts with a security blanket, especially in critical third down situations and red zone opportunities. Goedert's leadership and professionalism have set a tone for the entire offense, fostering a culture of accountability and hard work. The running game will also rely heavily on Saquon Barkley, who was the league's workhorse last season and continues to show no signs of slowing down. Barkley's durability, vision, and explosive playmaking ability make him a key component of the Eagles' offensive strategy. Coaches have praised Barkley's offseason preparation, noting that he appears eager and ready to carry the load once again. His ability to complement the passing game with effective runs and screen passes will be essential to keeping opposing defenses honest and preventing them from focusing solely on the aerial attack. The offensive line, too, is an area where the Eagles are looking to make improvements. While the core group remains intact, the coaching staff has introduced new blocking schemes designed to create more running lanes and provide better pass protection. Bullow's offensive philosophy emphasizes quick, decisive blocking assignments and leveraging the athleticism of the linemen. The line's performance in OTAs has been encouraging, with fewer missed blocks and better communication than in previous years. This progress will be crucial in giving Hurts the time he needs to make plays and opening holes for Barkley and Shipley in the running game. On the defensive front, the Eagles are committed to maintaining a fierce pass rush despite the potential departure of Bryce Huff. The team's young edge rushers have been tasked with stepping up and proving their worth. Several players, including recent draft picks and younger veterans, have impressed coaches with their speed, technique, and relentless motor. This influx of youth and energy is seen as a positive development, potentially leading to a more dynamic and unpredictable defensive line. The front office remains confident that these players can develop into a cohesive unit capable of applying consistent pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Special teams, often an overlooked aspect of the game, are also receiving attention during the offseason. The Eagles have been working on improving their coverage units and return schemes, recognizing that field position can play a decisive role in close games. New special teams coordinator Mark Harrell has introduced innovative drills and emphasized the importance of discipline and execution. Early signs suggest that the special teams units are embracing these changes, with players showing increased focus and enthusiasm during practice. Overall, the Eagles' off-season activities and early OTAs paint a picture of a team in transition but full of potential. The roster adjustments, coaching changes, and player developments are all aimed at positioning Philadelphia for a successful 2025 season. While there are still unanswered questions and challenges to overcome, the organization appears committed to building a competitive, resilient team. Fans have every reason to be excited as the Eagles prepare to take the field, with new faces ready to make their mark and established stars determined to lead the charge. The journey ahead promises to be both thrilling and rewarding as the Eagles strive to soar higher than ever before. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are swirling through the NFL community as rumors suggest that wide receiver Kendrick Bourne is on the verge of joining the Philadelphia Eagles. While nothing has been officially announced yet, sources close to the situation hint that the Eagles are making a strong push to add Bourne to their already talented roster. Known for his reliable hands and solid route running, Bourne could be the missing piece that Philadelphia needs to boost its passing game and provide quarterback Jalen Hurts with another dependable target. Bourne, who has made a name for himself, with his clutch performances and ability to make plays in critical moments, fits the mold of a player who can thrive in the Eagles' offensive system. The buzz around this potential signing has only intensified after recent reports indicated that the Eagles have been actively engaging in talks with Bourne's representatives. If the deal goes through, it would be seen as a savvy move by Philadelphia, adding depth and versatility to their wide receiver core. The Eagles fan base has been eager for new weapons to support their young quarterback, especially after last season's ups and downs in the passing attack. Kendrick Bourne's arrival could provide that spark, bringing experience and playmaking ability without demanding the spotlight. His style of play, combining physicality with precise route running, could mesh well with the Eagles' offensive schemes and open up opportunities for other playmakers on the field. Meanwhile, other teams have reportedly expressed interest in Bourne, which suggests that the Eagles may need to move quickly to secure his signature. The speculation is that this could become one of the more talked about moves of the offseason if finalized. Philadelphia's front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive in free agency, and adding Bourne would continue that trend. As the rumors build, fans and analysts alike are debating how Bourne's skill set will impact the Eagles' offense, and whether he can become a consistent contributor in big moments. If Kendrick Bourne does indeed land in Philadelphia, the team could significantly bolster its chances of making a deep playoff run in the upcoming season. For now, all eyes remain on the Eagles' next moves, with this potential signing at the forefront of conversations around the league. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.